Hey you guys, it's Jessica from Sloppy Swatches. Today I have the FrUTaS collection coming from Dr. Lacquer on April 28th. These were sent to me for swatch and review. This is a collection of 4 curly polishes and a silver holographic, so I'll get right into the swatches. I'm going to begin today with Iridium. This is the rainbow holographic polish with holographic glitters, microflakes, and pigment. So I'll show you a brush shot. And I'll show you how it swatches on my natural nail. So this is 1 coat of Iridium. This one has an amazing formula. It goes on great and smooth. It's just a little bit short of being opaque in 1 coat. So I'm gonna let it dry and come back in for a 2nd coat. Okay, here is the 2nd coat of Iridium. You can see there that it does dry down textured around the flake, so you will want a good top coat with this one. 2 coats is going to bring this one completely opaque. When I tested out stamping with this one, it does stamp, but it does not leave a super pigmented stamp. It's really subtle. I'll show that in an upcoming Instagram post. So here is a look at the completed mani with top coat. This polish gave lots of rainbows, even in indoor lighting. So here it is from another angle. Here is my swatch photo of Iridium under artificial lighting, and once more at an angle in direct sunlight. So next up is mango-nese. Mango-nese is described as a light peach curly base with a mix of multi-shaped and multi-sized yellow and peach glitters. So I will show you a brush shot. And I'll show you how it swatches on my natural nail. So here is 1 coat of a mango-nese. These went on a little bit sheer for me, but I had good glitter displacement and it was easy to manipulate. I did need to make sure that they didn't hang off the edge of my nail. This is 1 coat for me. I'm gonna let it dry and come back in for a 2nd. So here is my 2nd coat of a mango-nese. Angelique, the maker, actually recommends doing a little bit thicker of a coat than I'm doing here. I had a little bit of an issue with it getting thick towards my tips, so I'm going to do 3 thin coats today. So here is the 3rd coat of mango-nese. This is not going to bring it quite opaque for me, but these do dry really quickly in between layers, and also they dry down a little bit textured, so you'll want a good top coat to make these glitters cohesive. Here is a look at the finished mani at 3 coats, plus a top coat. Here is a quick view from another angle. This is my swatch photo of mango-nese under artificial lighting. And once more at an angle. I also wanted to show you how the curlies look as a topper, so here is a mango-nese at 1 coat over Zoya's Purity. So this is a good option if you want it completely opaque really quickly and still get that milky type of corelli fill. Next up is guava-nadium. Guava-nadium is described as a light green corelli base with a mix of multi-shaped and multi-sized green and teal glitters. So I will show you a brush shot. And I'll show you how it swatches on my natural nail. So here is 1 coat of guava-nadium. And all the corelli glitters have pretty much the same formula. They all have really light milky bases with a good amount of glitter disbursement. And I took 3 coats on each of them. So here is the 2nd coat of guava-nadium. This is going to help build up the base a little bit and add a little bit more of glitter in it. So I'll let this dry once more and come back in for a 3rd coat. Okay, here is the 3rd and final coat that I'm doing for guava-nadium. Once more, you can do the coats a little bit thicker if you'd like it more opaque, or I'll show you how it looks as a topper at the end. So here is the 3rd coat. It builds it up nicely. It's a nice clean look, but I still can see my nail line. These also look great matte. Here is a look at the completed mani with top coat. And here is a view from another angle. This is my swatch photo of guava-nadium under artificial lighting. And once more at an angle. So next up, I'll be showing you how guava-nadium looks as a topper over Zoya Purity. So this is just one coat. This is a really sweet shade and really reminds me of little boy baby showers. So next up is berry-llium, or berry-llium. It is described as a light yellow curly base with a mix of multi-shaped and multi-sized blue glitters. So I'll show you a brush shot. And I'll show you how it swatches on my natural nail. So here is one coat of berry-llium. This one seemed like it had much smaller glitters, but they dispersed very well. So here's one coat, I'll let it dry and come back in for the second. So here is the second coat of berry-llium. This one builds up nicely. Again, it's not completely opaque, so I am gonna let it dry and come back in for a third. So here is the third coat of berry-llium. This is gonna give it a nice milky finish, but not completely opaque. This one is really pretty matte as well. So here is a look at the completed mani with top coat. Here is berry-llium once more at an angle. So these are very flat matte glitters. This is my swatch photo of berry-llium under artificial lighting. And once more at an angle. So next up, I'll show you berry-llium as a topper once more over Zoya's Purity. So this is just one coat. Really nice effect. Lastly, I have plum-bum, and plum-bum is described as a light pink curly base with a mix of multi-shaped and multi-sized purple and pink glitters. So I will show you a brush shot. This one for me also had some surprise thermal effects. You can see the brush turning pinker there. So I'll show you how it swatches on my natural nail. Here is one coat of plum-bum. For me, this is the one that got the closest to being completely opaque at 3 coats. I will let this dry and come back in for a second. Okay, here is the second coat of plum-bum. You can see there the brush is super pink. At first I was like, oh my gosh, it looked like unmixed pigment almost, but it is a surprise thermal effect. So I'll let this dry and come in for a third coat of plum-bum. Here is the third and final coat of plum-bum. You can see there that this one built up really great and milky, so almost completely opaque. You can see my tip turning pink there. Here is a look at the completed mani with top coat. And here it is once more at an angle. This is my swatch photo of plum-bum under artificial lighting. And once more at an angle. So next I'll show you what plum-bum looks like as a topper over Zoya's Purity. This one had the most tinted base that I could tell. It gives a slight purplish pinkish hue over white. So that rounds up my swatch and review of the FrUTaS collection coming from Dr. Lacquer on April 28th. If you'd like to see more photos, including macros and how they look matte, you can visit my blog at sloppyswatches.wordpress.com or follow me on Instagram at sloppyswatches. So thanks so much for watching, guys. See you next time.